Tag yourself. Finally found some Thai language graffiti. I've got a plan today, which has become a little unusual. Truth is, I know from personal experience that when you have a chill dog, it is often because of early life neglect and or chronic disease. So not starting the Chill Dogs of Thailand Tumblr anytime soon, actually. I've walked by this every day for a fucking week and just noticed the topiary ponies. That's right. Video is real. Alright. Phase 1 complete. I'm sorry I couldn't get a time lapse. That would have been dope. I feel great. I just look horrifying. You know, I might not keep this, but I am starting to really feel like I don't represent what beards represent. Like when beards really started to get big in Portland, it got to where just, I don't know, I would see these like 22-year-old skinny hipster bros running around town with these big bushy beards, and it was just like, is there a witch who's going around placing curses on 12-year-old boys? It's just creepy. It's so much easier to get the sweat off of me. Step 2 of the plan is to just actually use my cafe time to work out my travel plans for returning home instead of just working on random things or shitting off on YouTube the way I normally do. By the way, these steps in the plan, they don't like culminate in something. That's not the kind of plan it is. Hi. So life is full of things that are a pain in the ass to do, but if you do them, then you get something good. And a lot of people will tell you that's all you need to think about. How good is the thing that you get, and how much does the thing you have to do for it suck? But we all know that that's not all you have to think about, because there's always the nature of the feedback loop. Like, how long do you have to do the thing before you get the good thing? Do you have to do it once and then just cross your fingers? Do you have to keep doing it for 6 months, a year, 7 years? And it strikes me that while we are living with these feedback loops all the time, and they come in several loosely identifiable flavors, we don't have a vocabulary for them. And if we did, that would be a huge win for the quality of adult life. This is not step 3 in the plan. This just keeps happening to me. So that is still up, but a few days ago the kind of mottled gray background was the whole screen, and now the flying starscape is like slowly encroaching on it, and the theater is operational. So I don't know if they're trying to reflect that, like, they're slowly getting back to regular life here. And if you don't know what that sign was about, here's your hint. They're everywhere, and there are pictures of the king on some of them. Also on the movie floor is this unbelievably huge, I guess, co-working space. It's run by one of the local cell phone providers. And it's just always jam-packed full of people studying, and I guess if you buy a cheap drink, I'm saying I guess as though I haven't done it, if you buy a cheap drink you get Wi-Fi access. It's kind of amazing in there. Banana popcorn. Leave a comment if you dare me to. No matter which side of this intersection you try to cross at, you might be taking a trip to the emergency room, but it almost feels good because that's the emergency room right there. I'm walking around with an actual image different from my self-image, which feels like a dangerous business. I mean, it feels like the right kind of dangerous. And I certainly feel good about having quit Team Beard, although it's probably temporary. I mean, this does feel intensely weird, and I'm kind of lazy. You know, I said in my very first QuestPunk video that there's a part of me that could not understand transforming my body, that rebelled against the whole idea. And yet I'm walking around here with this idea that, yeah, I'm gonna get serious about changing the way that I eat as soon as this trip is over, because I wanted to eat rice and noodles before this trip was over. I seem to have leveled up at, you know, quitting stuff lately. I'm not drinking at all on this trip. Suppose I do it. Suppose that in the next, you know, year, I manage to transform my body. What happens if I graft a new body onto myself and myself rejects the transplant? I guess we'll see. Play to find out. Step 3 of the plan, go back to the Saturday night market to get myself some of this action. Cool. Yeah, that's all I got for right now. I'm gonna go back to wishing I had my MIDI controller with me. Good night and good luck.